So it is 3:01. We'll go ahead and get started with today's agenda for the special called meeting for the Citizens Advisory Committee. This is the second public hearing. My name is Abby Shelton, and I'm the Community Development Director for the City of Owensboro. I appreciate the members that have attended today from the Citizens Advisory Committee, Mr. Bruce Haupt, Mr. Cecil Phillips, Mr. Bobby McCormick, and Ms. Ann Mulligan. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for the city throughout the years. I've known you, all of you now, for about 17 years, almost 18. So we've hung in there for a long time together, and I've seen you guys do great things for the city. So I do appreciate your service. The first item, well, first of all, let me backtrack a little bit. I did receive a call from one of the committee members, and Mr. Mario Vizuet is going to be making a move, so he will not be able to serve on the committee anymore. So I've asked him for a replacement, but we do thank him for his service and everything that he's done for the city of Owensboro and our community. So moving on, we do have a quorum since we've lost a member. So we have approval of the minutes from the April 13th, 2023 and March 6th, 2024 Citizens Advisory Committee meetings. You have those in front of you for review, and I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes at your convenience. Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bobby. We have a first and second. Any comments, discussion? No? All in favor of approval indicate by the sign of aye. Thank you. Minutes are approved. And I have a short presentation. It's a little bit different, so I'll go through it. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Hold on, technical difficulty. No. Hi, Titus. Titus, did you get your paperwork? Did you get your paperwork? Thank you, sir. All right, and we just had Mr. Titus Willis join us, so we will go ahead with the presentation. So this is to review the 2024-2025 annual action plan that we will submit to HUD for the final year of our NRSA. And these are the goals that we create the plan around, which of course includes increasing affordable housing, supporting economic growth, and providing non-housing services. So of course with the housing side, we do focus on existing homeowner exterior rehab. We focus on home buyer opportunities through down payment assistance and through new builds. And then we do provide a business facade grant. And then coupling with the federal dollars, we do have private dollars, or not private, but public dollars that are locally funded for other rental rehab projects and single family builds. So this is the current NRSA, and it has been renamed the Riverview NRSA. And hopefully, once we get done with the First Street beautification, we'll have some funds left to do some signage throughout the NRSA. And even though we'll be moving from this NRSA to the new proposed one, we're still able to spend dollars. So even if we don't complete some of the projects that we want to within the time frame, we can still carry those out throughout the next couple of years. We did receive the new updated income limits, and these are HUD numbers that they give us and update every year, so we can have a guideline to go by when we implement our programming. So the annual action plan document allocates resources and implements programs to address the specific needs of low to moderate income individuals and communities. And so these are the numbers that we use to make sure that 75% of our dollars are used for LMI folks. We do not have our actual allocation numbers yet this year, so these are just estimates. I would assume they will be a little bit more since we're getting better at reporting our census data. But the budget for the home proposed 2024-2025 home programming will go to down payment assistance, our community housing development organization, new home builds and developer builds, and then of course we take home administration from those grants for the work that the staff does. So we estimate about $358,000 to be the budget for the home program. Within that budget, we will have, of course, our first-time homebuyer activities through scattered site new builds through the city, Habitat partnership builds, 10% down payment assistance, which has an NRSA focus. But I tell people when they call, generally the northern third of the city is where those homes can be located. They do have to be within the city. And then homebuyer education help if needed. For our 2024-2025 CDBG funding, we are going to focus on existing homeowner exterior rehab. Our downspout removal program has been finished, so you will see that is not funded. We have beautification through signage, and that will ultimately be the First Street renovations that we're doing. Of course, we have our commercial facade grant, and then the CDBG admin that we take. So estimated about 540. I expect that to be a little bit more, like I said. Our programming is a commercial facade rehab, $15,000 with a 25% match by the business. Existing homeowner exterior rehab, max $15,000 grant, and it is on a sliding scale, so the more you make, the more you pay. The less you make, the less you pay. So you can ultimately pay only 5% of the total project, and we'll pay for 95%. Community Development Block Grant continued. We, of course, are doing our landscape design improvements on First Street, and like I said, the downspout removal program is completed, and I do anticipate to have a little bit of funding left over, so we may continue with some of that signage like I discussed earlier. That is a rendering of our First Street beautification. We have bid the award, and it did come in under budget. We'll be improving intersections from Poplar to Hanning Lane, and that is the design that has been voted on by staff and engineering staff, CD staff. And so that's what the intersections we hope will look like. And that'll take what the city has currently done, or previously done, down through a little bit further west. We also have community catalyst grants, and these paired with the federal dollars help extend a little bit more opportunity for our developers. We have single family new builds for $15 a square foot, a single family rehab for $12 a square foot, rental rehab, which is up to $4,000, and these are all 100% matching grants. And then we do have a 50-50 demo grant up to $5,000. So up to date, we have a total of $10.2 million that's been invested into the Riverview NRSA, with 6 million being private and 4.2 million being public funds. And these are just some of the projects that we've completed throughout the NRSA, and there's a scattering of existing homeowner exterior rehab, new builds, you can see the single family rehabs in there. Our commercial facade with the HL Neblett Center, we got them a new sign. And then those two up in the right-hand corner are our new builds that the city is doing at Hanning and Woodford. So important dates. So March 6th was the first public hearing. March 12th, I put the 30-day public notice in the newspaper. So we're accepting comments from the public from 30 days from March 12th. Today is the second public hearing. On May 7th, the municipal order will be presented to the Commission for approval, pending your submission or approval of the annual action plan. And then May 9th, we will submit the annual action plan to HUD. Like I said, I do not have the exact numbers, so if those will be updated, I'll send an update to you and let you know what those allocations are. That's all I have. If you have any questions for myself or Evan Gogol, he's our Housing and Grants Coordinator. He's sitting back here. We're happy to entertain any questions you may have. Quiet bunch. And you also know where to find me if you have any other questions outside of this meeting. Does anybody have any public comment from the... Sure.
Yeah, like private on the other one, like 6 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that full
individuals, businesses, small developers that have a business here in the city. It's a compilation of different folks. Okay, well, I will entertain a motion to recommend approval for the 2024-2025 Annual Action Plan. Thank you, Bruce. Do I have a second? Bobby, thank you very much. Any additional comments? All in favor indicate by the sign of aye. All right, I appreciate it very much. So that's all I have for the meeting. I do have actual copies of the Annual Action Plan back here. Once I get those numbers, I will update it and put it online for people to read. And if anybody wants to come in and get a copy of it, they're more than welcome to do that. I'm more happy to provide that for them. Does anybody have anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Bruce. All right, you guys have a good night. Thank you.